And then you said, so what looks good to you? And you'll say the chicken
marsala looks great.
Say, oh, okay, cool. And then when he comes by again, he's like, he'll have the chicken marsala, and I'll have the chicken tiki. Yeah. You order for them, and it's like, ooh, nice.
It is classy, because I just shivered a little.
These little tips, I'm telling you, these little tips. And then, I'll get to that. I've got more. I don't want to tell you everything.
Play by play.
I don't want to tell you everything because then you're on a date, you're like, did Habercorn teach you this? You're like, whoa! No. Okay, let's see.
My Habercorn method.
Let's see.
He's totally taking me out after this, whether he knows it or not. I just want to be in a restaurant and I want you to order for me. That
sounds cool. Baby, because here I come. Okay, let's see. I don't know, what is this? That's a... Oh, what is on your bedside table?
What is on my bedside table? You people are incorrigible. Usually a book. That was just strange.
What book?
Depends. I think right now on my book I'm reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Shut up, it's fiction. I like to read.
I've got like My Little Pony's Adventures on mine. He's like Theory from the Chipper.
Are you sleeping in a crib?
Yes.
Is it a race car bed?
Don't ask
It's a race car bed, isn't it?
I have problems.
No, I have...
He goes up to my door and he hears... He peeks in, I'm like...
Todd's under the covers with a flashlight, like, rah.
And you're like, Todd,
you got school tomorrow, you need to get in bed.
I'm sleeping. How could you be sleeping if you just answered me? That little kid logic, where they think if they shut their eyes, oh, they're invisible. You can't see me.
Yeah, that was the thing when you're a kid, you're like, oh, if there's like the monster in the closet, you're like, okay, if you put your head under the covers, like, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
I love that Monsters Inc. where the monster's like, I'll wait.
Like, it's okay.
You're gonna come up for air sometime.
Like the monsters are like, where'd he go? I will say, like, something kind of cool and relevant to the convention that's currently on my bedside table is I found a figure, cast figure of Scar. So now when I wake up in the morning, he's like the first thing I look at. He's kind of sitting there going, ugh, and I'm like, oh, hey Scar. Today's gonna be a good day. All right, let's see, what do I want to ask you? Some good ones, let's see. I like this one because this is always okay. Worst movie you have ever seen, and why?
Worst movie I've ever seen and why? Now see, that's a very slippery slope because there are worst movies that you watch again and again and you don't know why. But then there's a worst movie that you watch, you don't even get through all the way and you're done with it. I can't, what is the movie? Okay, I'm gonna say any Steven Seagal movie from 99 on, or, well, for that matter, any Steven Seagal movie.
Well, there was one with the seals and the oil and Michael Caine.
On Deadly Ground. There was also any Paris Hilton movie. Maybe any Robin Williams movie from 03 on. Or any movie after we figured out he only has a dramatic version and a funny version of himself, but he keeps doing the dramatic version.
There's funny yappy puppy dog and there's like, hi, I'm Williams, I'm gonna talk like this.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to do a bad Sean Connery impression.
Exactly. But there's, yeah, there are a lot of bad movies. Like, what about you? I
love bad movies because I think I figured out a long time ago there's more of them than good movies, and so you might as well like what's easier to find. I'm very picky too. Like I'm a horrible person to sit down and watch a movie with because I will nitpick and be like, well, that's just ridiculous. Why would they do that? Like that's like my mom when someone tries to tell a joke. They're like, okay, first of all, she says, Moses, Jesus, and a rabbi would never be playing golf together in the Hamptons, so this joke makes no sense. You've lost me already. I'm that way with movies, but I think my favorite is. There's a movie called Airport, like 67, I think it is. I don't even remember the title. I just know it's Airport, and it's the airplane movies. You know those airplanes. That's the airport, and there's like many of them. There's like there's 4 airport movies. Those are the movies that those are lampooning, and I love it because in the first one, which is the only one I've watched all the way through, Dean Martin, who's like the world's best drunk, is the pilot. So it's like Party Airlines, but it's got also the most like anticlimactic ending where there's like been a hole blown into the plane from this bomb, and are they gonna be able to land? Are they gonna, the whole thing is, is the plane just gonna burst into flames when we touch down? And the plane is coming in, and everyone in the tower is like, okay, you're doing this, and the music is intense, and everyone on the plane has got their masks on, and they're assuming the position. All these character actors are waiting, just like, oh God. And the plane comes in, and the music, and it touches down, and nothing happens. Like the only thing that movie required to be like the perfect funny movie was for like the last shot to be Dean Martin like manning the wheel, just turning to the camera and going, ah, and then credits. Like, well, that wasn't all that bad. So that's mine. But there are many, many, many bad movies, but like that's the first one that comes to mind.
I love the chicken marsala. I love the chicken tiki. Thanks. Another one of these. See, you just ease right into it. Ease right into it, right there. And then there's that magical time when it's like, okay, well the bread's gone, you don't really want to fill up on the bread, and then the meals haven't come yet, and then the ball's in your court. Even if you put the ball in their court, it's always got to be in your court. Always. So then you ask a question like, what's the dumbest purchase you've ever made?
The dumbest purchase I've ever made?
These are weird date questions.
It's like, yeah, my dating account, like, what's the dumbest purchase you've ever made? That's a weird, that's a good one. Let me think about that. The dumbest purchase I've ever made. There's been a lot of them. I'm trying to think. Hang on, there's gotta be something. I make stupid purchases all the time, and I convince myself that they're not dumb by going, no, this is totally coming back. Laserdisc is coming back. I'm telling you. Like, no, I think, my third car was my dumbest purchase.
What was your third car?
My third car was a Ford Taurus. Go ahead, everyone laugh. Exactly. The reason that was a stupid purchase, it was also my second car. So I should have known by then that was not the way to go. Like, I realized driving off that lot that my car immediately decreased in Blue Book value by like 100%. And you look in your rearview mirror and see the guy that sold you the car going, that was a dumb purchase. That car lasted me all of 3 years before it finally just had to be put down. Like, I had to take it out back and shoot it behind the bar, and then that car was like ridiculous. That was the dumbest purchase. And then when I sold that car, seriously, like, I don't know if you bought a car, like changed them in. I drove that car to buy a new one, and like it was on its last leg. I kind of trundled into the shop, and he's like, all right, I want to sell this car and buy a new one. And looked at me like, you may just want to scrap this, and like you could probably sell the tires for more than you could sell the car. I'm like, no, I don't want to get it again. And like the trade-in value on that car after 3 years was $120. Ouch, 1997. That was like decades ago. But yeah, so that was the dumbest purchase. And what's funny is like a week later, I saw that car like with someone else driving it. I'm like, someone's financing that now. So that's my dumbest part. One of many, but that's the one that comes to mind.
Well, my Taurus, it broke down in front of the dealership, and that's why we got another car at the time, because it literally broke down in front of a dealership, and we just had to go. My mom was like, all right, well, let's go get another car. My mom is the type of woman that, and that's when we got an Avalon. She goes into the dealership, she goes, is that car available in black? And they're like, yeah. She goes, okay. And she takes out her checkbook and she writes for the whole amount. She's like, here we go, take it. They're like, do you want to finance it? No, just take it, son. Take the check. And she drives off a lot, boom, that's it.
How awesome would it be to be able to do that? Because I hate shopping for cars. Because the guys are always like, all right, so how much can you pay a month? And you're like, this much. How about this?
Oh yeah, that bar.
No, yeah, and you go back and forth like this, and then you're like, no, I said that. And then finally, you just like, after 2 hours later, you get to where you want them to be, and you're like, why did we just play that game?
It's all a game, just
it's
like
all a
this
game.
date.
It's all a game.
My dumbest purchase was a banana costume. I wore it one time, thought I'd get so much use out of it. Not many places to be a banana. Really.